Starting.
Starting.
Started.
Charlie. Okay, I'm not really go there.
Oof. How's everyone tonight?
Peachy keen.
Peachy. Just peachy.
We got 2 demons and 2 Shinigami.
I don't know.
Bitch.
What?
Carbs are a bitch.
Hmm?
Carbs are a bitch.
I like carbs.
I like the carbs too, but they're a bitch.
I second that. Carbs and cake.
What?
I like all of those things.
Hey, I saw what you did with the Star Wars molds.
I know, aren't they cute? And then, hello.
Is it Jujubee?
Oh my god, there's a cat.
Is it a Jujubee?
It's a Jujubee.
It sounds like
Every time I see a cat, I'm just gonna do this. Like every time. It can be a drinking game, except not really.
Sarah.
Nah?
So, to get this cosplay, my mom had to drop it off from my house, and I was trying to tell her which wig it was, and she just says, the one with the flower crown on it.
But that could also be Haru, so...
Well, this one was the one with the flower crown that time.
Only Haru deserves the flower crown. Haru's the only one who's pretty enough to wear the flower crown.
He is.
Oh, my Jujubee.
I still kind of want to cross test female Makoto.
Do it.
I am.
Do the thing.
Because of you.
What?
Hmm?
Did you say something gay to me?
Why?
Kelly, we talked about
You
this.
want me to?
We haven't started yet. It's like a pre-show.
Do you want me to say something, Sarah?
No, I don't.
No. No, we don't.
No being gay allowed. No gay. After the show, maybe.
This is before the show.
But you're live.
Yeah, we're live, so. I'm sorry, I can't hear you all over my free vending machine food. So. It's really hard to hear you right now.
So much vending machine food.
Yeah.
You could feed yourself for a month. Stop it. So, yes.
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 Your sound effects are ready?
Yes.
Do you have one better than the clapping?
I'm surrounded by cats tonight.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it makes me so happy. Kitties.
I'm just
Kitties
eating.
everywhere.
You're gonna start?
We can start. Is it time?
Oh wait, 1 minute.
One momento, por favor.
What?
I gotta redo my spikes.
I
I'm gonna try and attempt it on my own without asking for glucose to help me.
I wonder
My
if
Hunchy wig should come in tomorrow.
with his like antenna hair.
Here, but then I'm trying to turn this way to see it, but I can't. Silence.
Hmm?
9 o'clock.
Hmm?
9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. You know what that means?
That was awful.
That was fantastic. All right, so we'll do a couple seconds of silence and then we'll start. I swear to God, if this thing does this to me right now, I'm going to lose it.
Don't do that.
Are you gonna grab the chainsaw and kill it?
No. So I'm just saying if
I'll clear it out after we're done.
no, HP wants to install an update,
No.
and I just told it no, but it never listens to me. So if it tries to install an update and I leave you, I apologize and I will come back. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do this thing. Hi everyone! It is Nerd O'Clock, a cosplay videocast. It is 9 o'clock. It's Sunday, the 23rd of August. Thank you for tuning in. I am Vinyl Kitty Cosplay. I am also one of the owners of PropTroopers.com. And we have an awesome show tonight. We have our co-hosts here. We have Kid'em Girl Cosplay.
Hey.
Hey,
There we have.
Kid'em Girl Cosplay. We also have N Grave Writer Cosplay and Photography.
Hello.
And we have Wicked Loveless Cosplay.
Hello.
Yay, hi! And
Can't
we also... What?
Oh, sorry, I was saying can't beat Kid'em Girls intro.
Everyone can.
Nothing, man, nothing. It's the scarf. It's the scarf gives you attitude.
Wait, what?
Scarves give everyone attitude. They make everyone, like, sassy or something. I don't know. It's a scarf thing.
I'm gonna put that back. Okay.
So tonight we are going to start out talking about fan art because Miss Kid'em Girl has some new fan art stuff. that
I
she's
do.
doing. Yeah, so tell us about it.
Well, I've been trying to do commissions for a while now because I do art. I do digital and traditional, and it's something I've been doing for a really long time. It's something I'm really passionate about, and being able, like, normally I just do requests, but being able to make that into, like, not a living, but, like, to sort of, like, a half living thing. It's just, that didn't make any sense. But it's a good feeling, like, being able to do what you like and to make a living off of it, and it's awesome. But, yeah, fan art is, it can come in all kinds of different forms. There's all kinds of fandoms out there. There's Black Butler, we're all Black Butler themed, and there's, like, fairies, and there's all kinds of stuff. It's just limitless what you can do with art, and it's awesome, and it's really cool to be able to do that for people. So, I mean, yeah, it's my 2 cents.
Yeah. So, like, Kid'em Girl, you do, like, graphic stuff.
Yeah.
Like, digital art.
And
what?
And traditional. I do everything.
So, like, actual drawings and stuff, right? Yeah. I was just making sure what you meant by traditional, like actual drawing on paper with
It's like
pencils and markers. Okay, that's awesome. And it also comes in, like, I do a lot of sculpture too. So sculpture is another way to do fan art. My boyfriend is a painter by trade. I guess you would consider that technically fan art, but really, I guess fan art, I would want to say, is if you are making art in any form of a character or a series, a movie, anything like that that you are a fan of would be considered fan art, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So there are a lot of fan art artists out there. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Kidam Girl, where do you have your art? Just through you on Facebook, or
Like, where do I display it?
where do you sell it? Because you said you were selling it.
That's something you'd have to message me about, because I do it through PayPal. I don't have a website or anything. So it's just PayPal for now.
Awesome. So if anyone is interested in that, go to Kidam Girl Cosplay on Facebook and talk to her about that. Send her a message. Also, if you're interested, actually, I just was doing a lot of Star Wars fan art. Some of it's glow in the dark. That's my computer. Sorry, guys. With my pop-up.
That was catchy. That was catchy.
It's not catchy background music from my pop-ups.
Catchy.
Yeah. And no, it's probably my computer's lagging. It's probably me. I apologize in the chat room there. Hopefully my words aren't lagging. Are they lagging?
No.
Is it just my face a little bit?
Try refreshing.
Refresh. I don't know.
I'm like that mom who's always like, oh, restart the computer. Oh, you have a virus? Just restart the browser if you have any issues.
Everything will be fine.
Restart the computer. Oh, it's dying. Just restart.
When I was your age, I would just restart the computer.
Basically.
I don't know. I don't know anymore about anything.
You know everything. Just keep going.
just do what you do.
Just do it.
I was going to say, I am doing a lot of Star Wars fan art type stuff in the form of jewelry, and some of it may or may not be glow in the dark. So if you like that kind of stuff, you can like Prop Troopers on Instagram. I post more pictures on there than the Facebook. I don't know why. Facebook or Instagram for me is easier. I don't know why. I like it. Pictures and hashtag.
Instagram's more direct when it comes to posting stuff.
But true that.
It's more catered to pictures.
Yeah. So what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer Instagram or Facebook or Tumblr or?
At least for me, I'm always on my Instagram. And I'm always on my Facebook. I don't really have a Tumblr or anything else, but I'm always on my Instagram, and I tend to forget to post pictures, but I'm always there.
Trolling. That's how I am with Facebook. I'm constantly on Facebook, so I'll reply to messages like almost instantly if I get them if I'm not at work, but I rarely post.
Yeah.
But I'm always there, lurking in the shadows.
My God.
I actually have a curious question.
Okay.
Because, I mean, in terms of me, I can't draw to save my life.
I can second that one for me.
But I photograph and I pose for cosplay stuff, fan stuff, and I also make fan nerdy goodies. Would those two things fall under fan art?
I think cooking's an art, definitely. And I've seen your stuff. It's really awesome.
I can't cook.
I can't cook either.
I can't. No. Yeah. It's.
I burn things a lot.
I need to teach the both of you.
I have a passion. I can cook.
Oh God, I need to.
I'm really good at ramen. And that look.
I can boil water and put noodles in it sometimes.
I'm also really good at macaroni and cheese.
I'm so proud of you.
Boil water, put noodles in it, and add cheese.
Yes. But I do make a mean sausage and peppers.
Oh, that's really good.
Which I do
boiling water and putting noodles.
as a whole dish. I can do that, but I wouldn't call my sausage and peppers fan art.
I mean, you know, you could cut the sausages into like little grill heads, and then
Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
My boyfriend wouldn't. He'd be like, "You need to just stop that right now.
You need to
You are a
just
crazy
calm down.
person. Calm down."
I'm gonna put together a book for the three of you. I'm gonna send it to each of you with recipes so you all survive.
My mom did that for
I'm
me once.
21 years. I'm pretty good.
My mom did that for me once. Actually, on Christmas, actually, it's really sad. The year that my grandmother passed away, my mom put and my grandmother used to make these awesome Christmas cookies. And my mom didn't want the tradition to die. So that same year for Christmas, she put together a book of all of her Christmas cookie recipes and gave us each like a cookie mold thing that has the little shapes that go in, and then you just push it down and the little shapes come out. And so she gave that to each of
The
us.
cookie press.
Yeah, but it's not a fancy one. It's like a cheap one
Doesn't
that I've
matter. Those
never
are
opened. I would have never opened it because I'm a
disappointing. I feel.
terrible person. But anyway, back to thank you. Back to what are we talking about? Fan art.
Fan art.
I'm sorry.
It's 11 minutes in. We're like, what?
What is everyone even saying right
What's
now? So yeah, I mean, I totally would consider cooking a fan art, which I have another really weird story, and I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but I'm going to, and I'm going to admit it to you guys before I admit it to anybody else, except for my boyfriend, who already knows how weird I am.
I know how weird you are.
I know you do, but you don't know this. For the last month and a half before I go to cats, before I go to sleep, what I do to relax for the day is I go on YouTube and I watch gelatin videos. People making weird things with gelatin. I don't know why.
Okay, when you said you watch gelatin videos, the first thought in my head was literally people with like a thing of gelatin just poking it and just zooming in on it wiggling.
No.
That's the first thing I thought of.
No.
I thought of dancing gelatin.
What?
I thought of dancing gelatin.
It's dancing jello jiggles. Jello jiggles.
I thought of like little cartoony gelatins
God.
just dancing.
I mean, they don't make they kind of do. I mean, I guess I would consider it fan art, but a lot of the ones that I've watched, they make Hello Kitty shaped gelatin, and it's like a whole mold, like a whole thing, and what's even happening in the background of my video right now with these giants? I can't handle this life right now. And they make these things out of gelatin, and it's like a whole thing of gelatin, and they slice it, and in each little slice there's like a Hello Kitty face. They're really cute. I consider that fan art. It's edible fan art.
I agree.
Okay, so, okay, yeah. Because I make Funtime Pops, and you know that I have a bunch of other nerdy treats that I've done and I've planned, and I don't know if that's considered fan art.
It is fan art.
Okay.
Totally fan art.
Okay.
What else is fan art?
I actually read a paper on this, except it wasn't fan art, it was just art. Like, this, I don't even know if I should, because it has nothing to do with fan art. You know, have you ever heard of Marcel Duchamp's Fountain? It's a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I wrote a 10-page paper on why that's not art and compared it to other art. So I don't know, I could go on and on about why stuff is art and why other stuff isn't art. But we're talking about fan art, and that's closing down on more.
Right.
Was a fan of Teen.
Okay.
I want to go with also I would call cosplay fan art.
It technically is, yes. I have the definition of fan art right here.
Okay, read it to us. Email
Okay.
Sebastian.
Fan art are artworks created by fans of a work of fiction, generally visual media such as comics, movies, television shows, or video games, and derived from a character or other aspects of that work.
There you go. Pretty much everything we've been talking about.
Pure
Yeah.
official definition. So.
There you go. What else? So since cosplay is fan art, that leads to our next topic because, you know, fan art took so long to talk about.
Segues.
So long.
Not the vehicle, you're segueing the topic.
I'm segueing the topic. So, since cosplay is a form of fan art, we would all agree. Kidam Girl introduced me to this thing that I had never heard of before, and when she brought up the topic to me, I was super, super confused. I was like, wait, what? She said they're masquerades, and so when I thought of masquerades, I was like, oh, that thing, and it's like a dance, like a ball, and you wear a mask, and then you have an unveiling at a certain time. And she was like, no, crazy pants, that's not what a masquerade is when talking about cosplay. She didn't actually call me crazy pants.
I was going to ask you that.
I mean, I'm sure you probably thought it in your head. Possibly. So apparently, I've never seen one. I don't know if they do it, if it's like a not in Florida thing. Maybe, I'm not sure. But she said that a masquerade is like a cosplay catwalk.
I know that SuperCon has, I know they have a Doctor Who one. Or at least I remember last year's it was a Doctor Who thing, and I was crazy to go, and I didn't do it. And it happens every Friday at SuperCon. It's like a giant ballroom party kind of. I don't know what it is. I've never gone, but I know it goes under the title Masquerade. But I don't know if other cons do it down here in South Florida.
So maybe it just depends con to con what a masquerade is, because this is like what you're talking about is like a masquerade that I'm thinking of, like a ball almost, like a dance.
That's what I thought a masquerade was.
Right. But apparently at other cons they label like a catwalk as a masquerade. Which is kind of awesome, and I'm wondering if it's just because it's a cosplay, like you're in a costume and you're not acting as you yourself, you're acting as a character, therefore it's still technically a masquerade, in theory.
Because they have balls, but they don't call it like masquerade balls, and that's where you dance, and it could be masquerade themed, which is really confusing. But
right?
you can have masquerades where you like walk down the catwalk or whatever and enter in a contest, or I think it's called a masquerade. You do like on a stage and you do skits or dances, and it's almost like
it's kind of like what the Survey Corps dance crew did perform in LA.
But I don't know if that's actually called a masquerade.
I know that it was called a masquerade, but I didn't quite understand, so I just thought, oh, they said the name wrong.
Oh, in the chat room they're saying that it's like an act or a play, so you do like a sketch. So would that be one of those cosplay contests where they do a sketch and your sketch is judged? Maybe?
Maybe, or they could just be just like as a panel or something where just to entertain the audience and more fun of doing skits and things.
Yeah. Because I don't think you're judged on that, are you?
Maybe it depends on the con. I don't know. But it would be awesome. But in things like that, like in skits and plays and stuff that you see at conventions, like I've seen some skits. I don't know if they were called a masquerade though, but I've seen skits where they do them and they're in like store-bought costumes. What do you guys think about that versus like either hand making them or ordering from someone who hand makes them?
Well, if they go up and they bought it, they can just do exhibition. They don't have to enter in the contest. Because I don't think you're allowed to.
You are, but you don't, because a friend of mine really, when I was making my female Sebastian, he wanted to stick me in the costume contest because he wanted to try and win some money. Uh, um, but the point being, if it was not made by you and the tailor who made it is not there with you, the best you can do is get a judge's award for being in that category that you bought your cosplay, that you didn't make it yourself.
Well, there you go.
But that's only certain cons. Those are the big number cons. For example, Hatsume Con, they don't really care if you made it yourself. Like, they ask you if you made it yourself or whatever, and they take that into consideration. But there is, like there isn't a separate judging for it.
Okay. I know that I went to I think it was, I can't remember if it was Magic City Comic-Con or if it was Animate, because they were both at the same place in Miami. And they're close in date to each other. And I was watching one of the cosplay contests. It wasn't like a masquerade, so they didn't do a skit or anything, but some of the people were in straight up store-bought like Halloween costumes in an actual costume contest. So it wasn't like the main one. Like on a Saturday, sometimes cons will do one or two, and then the one on Saturday is usually the big one where they have different levels, like the master's level, and then the intro level, the novice level, and you can enter into whichever one you like. But this was the day before, so it was like a Thursday or a Friday or something, and they were wearing a store-bought costume, and I think one of them won, which was interesting to me. What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you think that it would be fair for a contest to let someone who's buying a costume? What were you going to say?
The thing is, I am going to speak. I think those who made their own costumes should have more points added on to them, which is very sad for me to say, because all my costumes I've had to pay people to make. Even if I designed it myself, I've had to pay people to make because I have no ability to make myself.
But they're still handmade.
But I put no effort into them. Essentially, to judge because let's take an example of my Wendy back there. I did not make that costume. I paid a woman in Ohio to make it for me. But let's say this girl next to me made her own costume, and it looks just like mine. I believe even if her makeup is not as great as mine or whatever, she should get more points because she put in that effort to make it. She spent more days. She probably even spent less cash than me actually, but she put more effort into her cosplay, even though like I had mine made. Like, am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I know that certain competitions will allow you to enter if you are wearing a store-bought costume, but you have to have made a certain amount of the cosplay or done a certain amount of work, like a percentage.
Yeah, it's usually like, I think 70% or more of it.
What about like a closet cosplay is usually less, right?
It's
usually half.
I know to the costume contests I've seen, and I've only walked in one of them. Well, yeah, one of them. I've only walked in one of them, but I've seen a lot of them. The ones at least down here, they don't require you to have a certain amount made. They just require you to tell them whether or not you made it. And if you didn't make it, you just are not eligible for any prizes. That's the thing. So, for example, SuperCon was handing out money to the actual winners. But, for example, had I walked up there with my female Sebastian, I would not have been able to place. I maybe would have gotten, a judge's award, which is basically like a little certificate saying, oh, wow, good job. But because I did not make it, I was still able to I would have still been able to do the catwalk, for example. It's just it's different every con. Hatsume, it didn't matter if it was bought or if you made it. However, again, you had to tell the judges. There were some cosplayers that had store-bought costumes, but they still looked very, very well, and the judges gave them a certain award, like, oh, character look-alike, for example.
Okay.
It's different for every con. It just depends on the rules, depends on the prizes.
So for people who want to not necessarily win, but are like starter cosplayers and they want to build part of their costume, but they really don't have a lot of sewing skills, I wanted us to kind of like help out and maybe compile a list of necessary things that you would need to make maybe even just your accessories or like a certain piece. Because I'm not a very strong sewer. Like, sewing is not my forte. I can sew, but I'm not great at it. So most of my stuff that I make is props. That's what I do. I'll do props and I do accessories and I do some wigs, so I can alter wigs and stuff like that. But
there's a category for that, you know. They have best prop.
Yep, I know. I haven't entered. I haven't found a cosplay that I'm super, super happy enough with every single aspect of it that I would want to walk. Like certain ones, I'm happy with the whole outfit except for shoes. So it's like little things. It's like little things that bug me, and I'm not there, but maybe for Animate, I have an idea.
Oh.
I know that face. I know that face, Engrave Writer.
What face? I'm making a face?
Okay, but what things would you need? Like, to start. My thing that I need is a glue gun. I need a glue gun in my life.
As you know, I work in a fabric store, and I had a girl right before SuperCon come up, and she wanted to do a last-minute cosplay, and it was a steampunk Sailor Uranus.
That's awesome.
But she had to come in, and she needed fabric to do the bow in the front, the bow in the back, and she had very little time. She had 3 days, and she didn't have time to sew. So I asked her, how the heck are you going to pull this off? Stitch tape. Apparently, stitch tape is magic when it comes to first-time sewers and last-minute cosplays.
Stitch tape is awesome, but you have to be careful with the fabric. I used stitch tape for a set of curtains, and it won't hold heavy fabric.
Oh.
So with like lighter weight fabric, it's perfect. Like satins and silks, especially things if you're not a strong sewer and you don't want to see a stitch line, like seam tape or fabric tape is fantastic. It works really, really well. What else? What do you guys got? Kidam Girl and Wicked Loveless. What are your like must-haves for a starter intro to cosplay kit that you need?
The first time I ever attempted to, I can't sew, so like make any sort of detailed thing on my cosplay, I took, it's like, I don't know terms, because like I said, I don't generally do this. I'm trying to, but I've never done it before.
You're fantastic at it.
Huh?
You're fantastic at it. I've seen that hat that you guys
that
made.
hat? Oh, Wicked Loveless here made like all of it, and I made the shapes and stuck them to it. That was my contribution to that.
You made shapes.
Anyway, I took like adhesive.
We can give her props. She hot glued the roses on too.
I'm so proud. So proud.
So mean. Okay, I took like adhesive strips and put it on my Elizabeth cosplay in order to iron on some stripes, white stripes that go down the pencil skirt. And I sewed this. I was so happy. This is like nothing to you guys. I sewed on some buttons. I sewed on 3 buttons on each sleeve, and I put on more detailing on the sleeves and such. And like I was so proud. It was like nothing, and I was so proud.
For someone who doesn't know what they're doing, buttons are not necessarily easy.
Like my mom taught me how to sew buttons on. Like you go through the hole and everything. I don't know how to sew anything besides buttons.
Yay!
But yeah, the next thing I'm trying to start on is Jasper from Steven Universe, and I just legitimately used craft foam on a shirt. That's all I did. So, yeah.
Someone in the chat room said fabric paint, which is awesome.
Oh, okay.
That's what I used for my Stevani shirt, courtesy of a cup of tea. Thank you.
Yay! An iron, if you're going to use steam tape, fabric tape, you need an iron for it. Or if you're real crafty like I am and you didn't have an iron, because I still don't own an iron, I used my flat iron for my hair. Same difference. Same difference. Just got a plate on both sides.
I love you.
I know. I love you too.
I know. Yes, appropriate response.
I know. It's the flat iron. It's the flat iron. So yeah, I mean, also, someone in the chat room said creativity and don't be afraid to experiment, which was my contribution to experimentation using a flat iron.
No, I know I actually had to make okay, I've never sewn in my life, but my sister cosplays as female Wirt from Over the Garden Wall because we didn't have time to go get her a wig to be male Wirt. So besides that, I had to take apart the top of her skirt, and I had to create a way to do old-fashioned suspenders on it. So I had to grab vinyl, and I had to hand sew vinyl up to make the little things, and I had to sew on buttons, and it was just, I hated it because I kept puncturing my hands, and I kept bleeding all over it. I was just like, no. And then when it came to do female Sebastian, I didn't have anyone to make my elastic garter to hold my weapons, which are my silverware, and I had to make that myself. I sent pictures to a cup of tea and Gold Coast of just my fingers every time I would prick them. I'm like, look, more, look, I keep messing up, guys. But I'm happy to say I did both of them by myself.
Yay!
I ain't sewing anything ever again. Just saying.
That's the spirit.
What about you, Wicked Loveless? What are you must-haves?
I think you guys basically gone over most of things that I can think of. Like, well, my must-have for cosplay is always my little mini sewing kit. I take that with me everywhere to cons and everything. But I guess safety pins, all of that. But kind of going off on what you guys were saying on kind of first cosplays and experimenting with cosplays, I'm not very good at sewing either, but whenever I cosplayed Yami Bakura, I ran to every store that I could just to find a white and blue striped shirt, and it did not exist anywhere. So I ended up having to go to the store and buy 2 totally different plain color t-shirts, cutting them into strips, and then sewing them together to make a striped shirt. And that's how I ended up learning somewhat how to sew.
That's a good reason to learn how to sew. And I think, too, like, don't be afraid of sewing, I guess. I should probably take my own advice because I'm horrified of sewing. I don't know how to make a pattern for the life of me. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I really do, but I should probably explain. I have a background in sculpture. So to make a pattern for me is really hard because I cannot see, like I can't visualize things that are flat. I need them to be 3D. Like, I need to see them on something, wrapped, draped, something. So for me, pattern making is really, really hard, and I think that's why I'm so afraid of sewing. Not necessarily, like, actually physically sewing something, but more like the pattern aspect of it. What else? Emergency kits. That's brilliant. I know at a lot of cons that I go to in Florida, I don't know if they have them anywhere else, but they have a cosplay medic.
Yeah, the cosplay medics. They're South Florida. At least those that we've seen or whatever. They're a South Florida branch. They're a non-profit organization.
And they're brilliant, but this should be spread to other states. If people in those states are listening, look into the cosplay medics. They are a group, and they go to the cons, and they have a booth with sewing machines, hairspray, literally anything that you would need if something breaks or falls apart in your cosplay to help to repair it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome.
And if you go try and donate, because they are nonprofit and they live off of the donations.
Yeah, they're an awesome thing. What else should you have? I always need craft foam. Like, I do a lot with craft foam. Whether it be building like a basic armature for something, or just even cutting out little shapes. Is that what you guys used for the hat?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes?
Yes.
So craft foam is a must. Craft foam's really easy to work with, too.
I literally, I was making Jasper's shirt, and, I was really impatient, because that's the thing with me. Even if I did know how to do all this stuff, I'm impatient, and I want it done now. So, I was looking at a picture. I was like, oh, I have craft foam. So I literally cut some craft foam, stuck it on the neck, stuck it here, put it on, bam, I'm ready. That's what happened. It doesn't look bad, which I'm glad about, but I mean, it's probably not the best way to do it.
Craft foam is magical.
It is.
You can also heat up craft foam and kind of mold it. I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, I think a lot of people do, but you don't need a heat gun. You can use a blow dryer on a hot setting. That'll usually do it. Or what I do is I turn my stovetop burner on, and I just kind of hold it over the burner until it gets warm. And then you just take it, and you can kind of mold it and add texture and shape to whatever you're doing. Like, my sister made a leaf crown. It almost looks like thorn crown with little leaves on it. And she used an electric stove. Yeah, you have to use an electric stove. Don't use a propane stove. That's probably.
But can I microwave it?
Do not put it in the microwave. That's a terrible idea. But you know what? I've never tried boiling a cup of water and maybe holding it over the steam.
What if I really want to microwave it now that you told me it's a bad idea?
What?
What if I really want to microwave it now that you told me it's a bad idea?
Do not microwave it. It's literally going to melt in your microwave, and then you're going to have to buy a new microwave.
Okay, I'm not going to do it.
If it's how I think it works, just use the double boiler if you don't have any other option. Because I feel like it's kind of like chocolate. Put it in a bowl, put it over a simmering bowl of salted water.
Wait, what are we putting in a bowl? It's foam.
Huh?
It's craft foam. Yeah.
I
It comes in a sheet. Don't put it in a bowl. That would be bad news. Wait, what are we
I thought there were
talking about
beads.
now? Beads?
Yes, my dad has something that's for crafting. I'm figuring that's like the craft foam. You have to melt it and then you can craft with it.
Yes, it's awesome. That you can actually put that in the microwave. That's totally fine. You have to put it in water first. It's
that's what my dad had. Yeah.
friendly
We currently don't
plastic.
have a microwave.
It's called friendly plastic. They come in little pellets.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah.
Or a thermoplastic. And they come in little pellets, so what you do with that is you can, you boil water, or you just get water really, like, super hot. I usually put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, maybe 3. You dump some in, it turns clear. So it's white when it's hard, and then you dump it in, and it goes clear, and then you can fish it out with, like, a fork or something that you're not ever going to use again, and then you can mold it. Like, you can just mold it by hand into whatever you want it to be, and then it hardens again to a really hard plastic. So I've seen a lot of people, oh, here you go. So I've seen a lot of people do, like, teeth with it, like grill teeth people do with it, because you can put it in your mouth, or you can make molds out of it. But this is the one that I got. It's Instamorph. It's backwards, so you can't really see it. But it's Instamorph. It's a moldable plastic. I think I paid, what, $15 for it?
Yeah.
Maybe? $16? And it's non-toxic, and it doesn't have fumes, and it's totally awesome. And this is like the plastic when it's hard. So it's totally hard, and then you just heat it up, and if you mess up, it doesn't matter. You just put the chunks back in. But it's cool stuff. I mean, that's not necessarily for a beginner, or maybe for a beginner if you're really, really into it. But it's super easy to use. It's really simple.
I know. I bought something to make the phantom molds. It's something called silicone plastique. But they have other things. The one I used is mainly for food, which is to make lollipop molds and just things like that, which is perfect for what I was using. But they also have one that comes liquid, and it's basically, it creates a silicone mold of anything you need. But they have a bunch of different things for crafters and things like that, and it gets little details, which is great.
That's awesome. Where did you get it? Did you have to order it?
It's online, yeah. It just look up silicone plastique. It's the baby of a chef and a scientist. They basically got together because the Funta molds that I had to make my Funta molds because there was no oval lollipop molds for me to be able to make an accurate replica. So I had to make my own molds with this. And I'm far away from my kitchen. If not, I'd show you exactly what I made, and what my dad made a base mold out of wood to be able to make like nice little sets. But it's a really cool thing.
That's awesome. I use a lot of silicone. Is yours a pourable silicone, or is it like a clay, like a putty?
Mine's is not, but they sell a liquid one. They have a liquid one. I bought the putty one because I had seen a tutorial on how it works, and I figured that would work for me. But I think next time, if I'm going to buy more, I'm going to buy liquid because of the mold my dad made. He grabbed wood and he made me an actual like reverse mold. So next time I would actually buy the liquid one just because.
Because to have. I want to try the liquid. I've never used liquid. I have the putty that I have used, and the putty is super simple. You just take equal colors. Equal portions of both the colors, and you smush them together until they're a uniform color.
And you pull them like taffy.
Yeah, and then you just kind of mold them around whatever it is that you want to make a mold of, and then when it dries 10 minutes later, you just pull the thing out.
Yep.
It's awesome. Kid 'em girl, you could totally do that.
Yep.
Wait, what? I was talking to someone on chat.
You could totally use the 2-part silicone putty to make a mold if you needed to make a mold of something. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I just use Sculpey. Is that easier?
Well, you can use Sculpey, but if you wanted to make like a bunch of the same thing, say you were making like a skull or something out of Sculpey, and you molded it, and you're like, I love this, I need like 30 of them. Or, you know, I need like one here, and I need one for each of my wrists, or you need them for like certain pieces, then you can make a mold out of this putty, and it's a 2-part silicone putty, and it, like the one that I had was white and purple.
Oh, it's white and blue for me.
Yours is
I
white
don't
and
know.
blue? Yeah, mine was white and purple.
Yeah, like I have some left. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I used all of mine.
Yeah.
But
No, I have some left, and I can do a demo right now, but I'm not gonna get up.
that's okay. But it's 2 parts, and you take equal parts of each color, and you smush it together until it's blended, and then you just mold it around your Sculpey mold that you had already made, your final product, and then you let it dry for like 10 minutes, and then you just pull your Sculpey mold or your Sculpey piece out, and then you have a mold. And then all you have to do is take your Sculpey and next time just push it down into the mold, and then take the silicone, like just pull it out of the silicone, and then you have a perfect replica.
And it's consistent.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I know at least the one I use is food safe, resin safe. You can stick it in the oven and bake with it. You can even stick it's got really high resistance to heat and extreme cold. I plan on making ice cream pops with Funtum ice cream pops.
So it would actually be perfect with Sculpey because you could actually bake it hard in the oven if you wanted to.
Yeah. The issue with this mold that I have is once you do it, make sure it's because I made one without my dad's mold, and it's not bad. I mean, I can still make lollipops in it. They just look a little. The stick looks a little weird because I did it myself, and then when he got involved, he made them like perfect. So, but I couldn't melt down what I'd first made. That's it. It stays like that. Which is so. Just be careful when you're making it. Be exact on what you're going to make. If you're just going to, for example, this dice that I've been playing with, just go ahead and shape it, mold it, and then put it in a little base, like nice and neat.
Good idea. A measuring tape, someone said in the chat room, is always a good thing to have.
Chat room's full of good ideas today.
I know. Chat room, you guys are fantastic.
Really?
Safety pins, yeah, someone said that. We should probably say it out loud. Safety pins. Oh, Wicked Loveless said safety pins. And Wicked Loveless, I think, was the only person when we went to MomoCon who brought safety pins with us.
I always take like a giant plastic baggie full of them.
Because you're brilliant. Yeah,
I know for Steven Universe, the Spirit Gum, courtesy of a cup of tea. Spirit Gum is great for if you need something stuck directly on your body.
Yes.
Yep. Spirit Gum. If you are in a pinch and you don't have Spirit Gum, eyelash glue also does really well.
That works so well with Spirit Gum.
She ended up at MomoCon, dumping my Spirit Gum all over the floor.
It wasn't intentional. You make it sound like I was like, I hate you. Ugh.
I hate you and your Spirit Gum.
Yes. No, I was like doing this with the wig and I was holding it. I was like, no. Yeah, that
happened. Makeup. Certain makeup items are like a must-have for intro to cosplay. I have been doing makeup professionally for 10 years, so makeup is near and dear to my heart. It's one of the reasons that I actually started doing cosplay, because of makeup. So good makeup is always one, and I'm a really big fan of good makeup, but for people who aren't going to be using it that often, maybe they're using it for one cosplay, they sell like less expensive versions of high-end makeup. Like NYX has a lot of really good makeup stuff for inexpensive. It doesn't cost a lot. Like setting powder is a big thing, which I forgot when I went to MomoCon. I was really angry at myself. How do you forget your setting powder? I don't know about life.
Finishing spray is life to me. Finishing spray is life to me. Like, no joke. Like, ever since before I started talking with all of you and cosplaying, Danny and Kidum Girl will be able to tell you, I didn't know anything. I didn't even know where my cheekbones were.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, she can vouch for that.
We both can.
But like, I've gotten much better. But the thing is, that my finishing spray is back there. I'm not gonna get it. But it is life. I put on makeup the other day and I went to the Keys without it, and I was just dead by the end of the day. I looked terrible, but I could survive an entire con looking great with that finishing spray. No joke.
Finishing spray is awesome. I know Wicked Loveless has a funny story about finishing spray and body paint.
Which one?
Do you have lots of stories about
was it my
finishing body paint?
Okay, well, whenever I cosplayed as Sting at was it MomoCon? Or was it Animals, Matt?
MomoCon.
But it was MomoCon not this past year, the year before, right?
No, it's
No.
the first MomoCon.
Actually, I think it was at Animes, Matt. It was the first time I took my Sting cosplay to a con, and I had just painted his saber-tooth symbol on my arm. I was running going to the con to find one of my friends who had finishing spray since I didn't have any. And before I knew it, some girl came over and tackle hugged me and got the paint all over her, like, sleeve of her outfit before I could even warn her. So I think we were both kind of cool for that one because she tackle hugged me before I could say anything, but I didn't have the finishing spray stuff.
So always bring your finishing spray.
Yep. I still have to buy some.
This one's the one I have. The lady at the Sephora helped me. It's called a Kate Von B.
Oh my god, I love you so much.
I asked her for the best one.
Kat Von D, yes. Kat Von D's is actually really good. I think I like the Kat Von D a little better than the Urban Decay, although they are similar.
I was actually looking for the Urban Decay because that's what Kidam Girl has, and I follow whatever the two of you tell me, but they didn't have it when I went. They only had the oil control finishing spray, and I didn't want to risk it. So I'm just like, you know what, screw it, give me the best one. And they let me to this one, and I'm like, I love the bottle.
The oil control is, it'll work the same. It'll work the same way.
I didn't know.
Apple juice.
It was
the fun juice box.
before SuperCon. I did a last-minute makeup run because I had just gotten paid. I got primer, I got a thinner eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, and I got finishing spray. We don't want to know how much I spent. Okay.
That's exactly what I did today.
Everybody went makeup shopping today?
I didn't.
No, today was my dad's birthday. I was here.
I was working at a place that sells all of you people who got to go makeup shopping makeup.
You'd be farther, too.
What?
You're far from me.
I know. But my stores are all over the place.
That's
Your
true,
stores?
but I gotta go to the one
Your
where you...
stores?
My stores,
They're all mine. I will take over Ulta and consume it.
I don't own them, but I'm a manager of one of them, therefore you kind of take ownership, especially since I've worked there for so long. But it's a good store.
I'd rather go to the one where you are, because you'll help me.
Because I'm there.
Yeah,
That's such a
basically.
girl thing to do.
This
Yes, that.
little preening.
Yes.
My little grell preen.
Your girl preen. Are we gonna do show and tell?
Yes. Do you want to start? My show and tell's on the table. I have to.
I have so many of the show and tell. I'm gonna get one of them.
What is it?
Where did I put my show and tell? Female Sebastian has lost her show and tell. She's
One of each of them. My show and tell is on the table, in which my lovely boyfriend assistant is grabbing them for me because he's fantastic.
Oh, four more with
No, you didn't throw them all away by mistake. Wicked Loveless, do you have a show and tell?
Not Not really, because I just moved back into my dorm at school, so all my stuff is gone.
Oh no! Hey, welcome back to school, guys. I forgot that it was the first week of school this week.
Don't remind me.
You're going to school too. Everything's gonna be fine. All right. Well, forget that. It's not the first day of school, and nothing matters.
That's right.
No, we're not talking about that.
No. Nope.
No.
Nothing matters. Doesn't matter.
Nope.
So show and tell. Oh, elastic and Velcro. I love Velcro. Velcro is totally my friend.
Get a credit card.
What?
Get an extra credit card.
I don't know.
Spend on stuff.
Stop that. My boyfriend said you should always have, as a first-time cosplayer, you should always have an extra credit card with you. You can buy things.
That's a terrible idea.
For
I know. Don't do that.
no.
I think I might have a show and tell. I forget, have I ever showed my Emily doll on the show? Because I just have my small box of cosplay stuff here.
I don't think so.
Okay. I guess a lot of you know that, or some of people know that I'm obsessed with Pandora Hearts and Break. And whenever I made this, I accidentally made it too big, but it's awesome. His creepy doll Emily. It's really weird looking.
That's so creepy. It's kind of cute.
It looks like the thing from Lilo and Stitch, sort of.
It's like a
It
voodoo
kind of-
doll.
Like, if you ever look up pictures of Break from Pandora Hearts, it just sits on his shoulder and it talks and, like, talks shit about all the other characters, and that's all it does.
I love it. I love it.
Who's next? Should I go next, or do you want to go next, Engrave Writer?
I can go next. I found mine. So
Okay.
a fun fact about me, I have my ears pierced just normally. And a lot of my cosplays, I don't need earrings. Like, they shouldn't take earrings, but I like putting an earring on that matches my cosplay. And Kidum Girl over here knows this. Like, right now I'm wearing my Sebastian Michaelis, like, contract seal. And as everyone knows, or I'm announcing now, I'm doing Hanji from Attack on Titan. I'm cosplaying. And for my birthday, early birthday present, she has gotten me the Attack on Titan earring set. So let me take it out of the wrapper real quick so you can see it a little better. I love it. Like, it's great. She got me the t-shirt back there too. But these are the earrings. They're all the cores and the flower and the key to the basement. These are Hanji's. These are the ones I'm using.
Those are really cute. I love that.
Yeah. Thank you, Kidum Girl.
You're welcome.
Kidum Girl, do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
Well, I'll go.
Okay.
So I actually have a story. This weekend I had to take my sister to college, and we stayed at a hotel, which apparently I have premium access to, whatever that means. We got a free code for a vending machine, so let me show you what I got. Yeah, so this is why you shouldn't give, like, 21-year-old people, like, free access to vending machines, because they'll take all of your food and you'll get screwed over. So just so you know. Okay, so my real
Kidum Girl is like, also for those of you who are first tuning into the show, Kidum Girl is like the queen of snacks. Like, Kidum Girl constantly has snacks. I don't know what it is, but I always want to be around Kidum Girl because she always has snacks.
No,
And because I love her very much.
That's why you love me very much? That hurts.
No, I said also because I love you very much.
Okay, that's better. I love you very much too.
But
Okay.
you also have snacks.
But I also have snacks.
I make snacks. Do you want to be near me?
I
Wait,
do.
what?
I do. I want to be near all of you.
Okay, So I'm cosplaying as Jasper from Steven Universe. I've mentioned that like 8 times, and I didn't know like what kind of body paint to get, and everything's expensive. So I was at Target and I found this, and I was like, you know what? It can't hurt. It can't hurt. So yeah, that'll be interesting.
See, that's what I was saying. When you can't afford the real expensive ones, there's always an alternate. There's always something else that you can get that'll definitely work for that character.
I hope it's decent quality and it won't like chip or something. Or
Just
flake.
practice with it. That's always my thing. Is just always practice first. And I know you will. And it'll be awesome because your cosplays are always awesome.
I second that.
Thank you. You guys make me happy.
I bet Talia thirds it.
What's
So
up?
I have mine.
Wait, I wasn't done.
Oh my gosh, you have more. Keep going.
One more. Okay, so this is what I just started craft foam on. This is what craft foam gets you. It gets you an unevenly cut diamond and 2 straps of non-fabric, but it works.
Wow, it kind of looks like the diamonds that you put on the hat.
I will actually kill you when you sleep tonight. Oh my god. Stop.
So much hostility. So much of it.
I know where you live.
Anyway, so these are my show and tells.
Is it what I think it is?
Yes, probably. And 2 of them you haven't seen because I haven't posted them. So I'll show the first 2 now. So there's this. Is my Vader necklace charm that I made. That's pretty awesome. And he's glittery and purple and black. And I love him. And then what?
I also love him.
I love him. And then I made this guy who's really awesome, who may or may not totally glow in the dark.
We both just gasp. Dork. Holy shit.
Who totally actually glows in the dark.
He's not gonna be there later.
She too knows where you live.
Oh, yes, she does. Wait, no, you don't. You've never
Yes, I
been to
do.
my condo.
I will walk. I will figure
you're
it out.
right.
I will stand in front of your parents' house and sit there.
You will pick it in front of her parents' house. You hold up a sign that says glow in the dark stormtrooper.
Bring me to it.
Actually, remind me to talk to you later about that. I think I might want to buy some for my dad.
Okay, you let me know. And then I made this one, which I haven't posted yet because I still need to work on it.
No.
Wait, can you see it?
Is that
it in the?
Boba Fett? Is that Boba Fett? Oh, no!
Yeah.
I just found as Boba Fett.
And he's green, glitter, and red and black, obviously, because Boba Fett. And then, but wait, Nelly.
There's more.
There's more. If you call right now, you will also receive the Mandalorian symbol. Wait, that light is terrible there. Go from here, light. There. There it is.
I'm gonna marry you, and I'm gonna get all these little more.
And that's my show and tell. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. I don't know. I have a bunch more that I haven't done yet that I need to do.
Save one for food, and I'm gonna teach you to make some real cool food things with it. Yeah.
I bought a gallon of resin So I don't know if I can resist the urge to make
I gotta get over to you soon. Because once you do resin in it, you can't do food. So let's make some food things before we keep doing resin.
Stop talking about food. You're hurting me.
I know. Everyone's talking about food and food. Yeah. So those are my show and tells.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your show and tells are always.
Everyone has great show and tells today. I'm really, really envious of all those snacks that Kid 'em Girl has.
I would totally share, but like we're over 10 hours away from each other, so like that'd be a really long throw. And I don't think I can throw that far.
It's just not right. It's just not right.
It's not.
So it's 10:05. Do we have anything else we want to talk about tonight?
Can I just do one thing?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm nervous. Sure, I guess.
No, I just want to do a quick shout out because they've been bothering me over on my iPad. It's someone who I've been helping into their first cosplay because of Nerd O'Clock. I had linked them to one of our episodes, and they've been watching us ever since. I make sure to always invite them. So I wanted to just shout out at them real quick to stop messaging me.
Hello, shout out to said friend.
Hello, friend. Hi.
New friend.
Madam Red, quit messaging me. It's going to be our Madam Red. Yes.
We're gonna be friends.
I'm actually going to need your help at one point.
I don't know you, but we're gonna be friends. Just so you know. And thank you to everyone else who is in the chat room who has joined us for the first time and who is joining us again and again. Be my pop-ups.
This one is $3.
It's just...
Sebastian, are you okay?
There's nothing I can do. So anyway, thank you everybody for listening to my pop-up commercials that are destroying the hard drive. I appreciate it. And you guys for supporting us and listening to us and tuning in every week. It means a lot to us. Thank you. So, anything else? Any other shout-outs we want to give?
I love everybody here.
I love everybody here, too.
Everyone is great.
Everyone is great. Rainbow
When they all said, yes.
Wicked Loveless, you really should have worn that flower crown. It would have been so fitting for this moment.
Should have. Maybe I'll bring it next week, I promise.
Flower
Maybe
crown.
I promise.
Can we do flower crown themed next week?
I don't have a flower crown.
Make one.
Get 'em, girl. Get on that.
What?
I have a really awesome new kind of ish flower crown. That's really pretty and
I
great.
think I need a new one.
What?
I think I need a new one.
It's pretty. It's beautiful. I have a really, really awesome one, and it happens to have a unicorn horn on it.
Oh.
So I think I'm gonna wear that next week. Yeah.
So about that mold, you were saying you can make duplicates of things. Say that crown. You should probably make one so I can wear it because
Because you want to be a unicorn.
Yes, I
do. Okay.
You look like you're weirded out, but you know me.
Right. I'm not weirded out. Actually, I'm just trying to figure out how to get it to you.
I'm kidding. It's fine.
But you want to be a unicorn, a pretty unicorn.
That's something I don't joke about.
Speaking of alternate universes, Sebastian as a unicorn.
I
I've seen
like
it.
that a lot.
I've seen it. I've seen a My Little Pony Sebastian.
So that might need to help. That might need to happen next week, maybe.
We'll have to wear flower crowns. I'll make sure to be Haru.
Flower crowns it
Yes,
is.
we are.
I'll do
All
flower
right.
crown next week.
So everyone needs to tune in next week. At what time do we do our shows? 9 o'clock next Sunday. It's going to be Flower Crown Nerd O'clock next week. It has been said, and
It
is
has been-
now
Mhm.
now a
Now
thing.
decree.
We should discuss the movie that did last year for me.
Oh wow, my juice survived the entire show.
And what?
My juice survived the entire show.
And yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. Again, I am Prop Troopers. I am also Vinyl Kitty Cosplay. And we have our lovely other hosts. Introduce yourselves.
Cute girl.
Hi, I'm Wicked Loveless.
And I'm Engrave Rider.
And we will see you next week with Flower Crowns.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.